अब हामी यो plenary session Indo-Pacific strategy in the US global foreign policy with reference to MCC project भन्ने यो सेसनमा हामी प्रवेश गर्दै छौं। यो सेसनको चेयर सभापतित्व गरिदिनु हुन म हाम्रो डाक्टर खगेन्द्र प्रसाई सरलाई रिक्वेस्ट गर्दछु र सरलाई पनि डायसमा आफ्नो आसन ग्रहण गरिदिनु हुन हार्दिक अनुरोध गर्दछु। सर हाम्रो ओपन युनिभर्सिटीमा प्रोफेसर हुनुहुन्छ, विशेषतः हाम्रो पोलिटिकल साइन्स इकोनोमिक्समा विशेष दक्षता राख्नुहुने हाम्रो खगेन्द्र प्रसाई सरले यो सेसनलाई मोडरेसन गर्नुहुनेछ र सञ्चालन गर्नुहुनेछ। र हामीसँग नेत्र विक्रम चन्दज्यू जो जनरल सेक्रेटरी अफ कम्युनिस्ट पार्टी अफ नेपाल CPN बाट हुनुहुन्छ र उहाँलाई पनि म डायसमा आमन्त्रण गर्न चाहन्छु। त्यस्तै गरिकन प्रोफेसर युवराज संग्रौला जो चाहिँ फर्मर एटर्नी जनरल अफ नेपाल पनि रहिसक्नु भएको छ र अहिले चाहिँ हाम्रो प्रोफेसर रहनु भएको छ पूर्वाञ्चल विश्वविद्यालयबाट, उहाँलाई पनि म डायसमा आमन्त्रण गर्न चाहन्छु। नेक्स्ट आई वुड लाइक टु इन्भाइट डाक्टर हुएङ जेङडो from Sichuan University, China. He is the Associate Professor of the South Asian Economics of the Institute of South Asian Studies. So I would like to invite also on the dais.
Thank you, ma'am. So first let me thank the organizer for entrusting me with this responsibility and trusting me for this responsibility. It is energizing to see everyone here. Actually, this Kathmandu Dialogue Series is going on with a very noble cause of connecting ideas and going forward. So I hope this conference will be highly productive in bringing divergent ideas about the specific topic MCC and how it can impact Nepal in a number of ways, politically, economically, strategically, and in a number of ways, I mean. So let me first quickly share some rules about how this plenary session is supposed to go. We have total of like 120 minutes, but we have already lost almost 30 minutes in plenary, so the previous session. So adjusting that time, we will end at around 12:10. And if I do some mathematics of time distribution for the panelists, then each panelist will have 15 minutes at the most. So I will give a signal before 2 minutes, 2 minutes before your 15 minutes is expired, and then I hope everybody will take a strict care of time, and then will help us end the session in time. So let me, none of the panelists in this plenary session requires an introduction, I guess. Everybody has made his or her introductions by their unconditional, unqualified, persistent and constant work on a particular topic, especially on MCC and other agenda. Therefore, without introductions, I would like to call Bhim Rawal, who has been a vocal critic of MCC 1.5 years or 2 years ago, and he has also served in the government of Nepal as a foreign minister and defense minister. So I would like to request Bhim Rawal, and then yes, please, Bhim Rawal. Yeah.
Thank you, Dr. Persai, Dr. Chairperson, panelists, paper presenters, chief guests, senior leaders, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is my pleasure to speak little about the MCC project in Nepal. In the coming sessions, we'll be dealing with the implications of the MCC project, which has been operationalized in our country. At this moment, I would like to a little about the Indo-Pacific strategy in the U.S. global foreign policy with "23 years back, the President of the United States declared MCA scheme for safeguarding the U.S. national security interest. Later on, in 2004, the U.S. government enacted a law under which it formed a national budget to disburse in different countries to promote U.S. security interest. Initially, the budget was disbursed or provided to the very least developed countries which were infected by civil wars and internal conflicts. In Africa, South America, but later on it was expanded to the Asian countries too. The experiences of the implementation of the MCC project, however, was not pleasant or good in every country. Even the initially selected countries either rejected the project or there was big controversy in their own countries. Despite all these controversies and debates, the government of the United States persuaded to move on gradually, as stated by the President of the United States 23 years back. It was made an integral part of U.S. broad security strategy. As I stated, the President of the United States had clearly stated while opening the MCA, the MCC schemes was the part of broad U.S. security interest to safeguard the influence of the United States all over the globe. Later on, it was extended in the Pacific region. In the course of time, the government of the United States developed further the MCC projects as the broad security strategy to promote, accelerate the U.S. influence, both from the point of militarization or to hold, to develop the U.S. influence all over the world. In the course of time, when the United States emphasized on looking the East or to focus on Indo-Pacific region, Nepal also was brought under the project of Millennium Challenge Corporation. Though it sounds The Millennium Challenge Corporation was an independent body, but it was, or it is, an integral part of the US government strategic move. The foreign minister or the secretary of state is the chairperson of the MCC national organization. When the rivalry or competition between the big powers shifted towards Indo-Pacific region, then Nepal was also considered a strategic point to operate. As all of us know, the geopolitical strategic location of our country provides ground for big powers to operate both in our big neighbors and some of the other countries. When we talked about the MCC project in Nepal, when I studied the main Millennium Challenge Compact scheme and several agreements, including the implementation agreement and several other agreements made by MCA Nepal with various ministry and departments of the government Nepal, we can find many provisions which are oriented to maximize the US security interest and to promote its strategic move in this region. Thus, the MCC project itself, as also stated by the high-level officials and ministers of the United States, is an integral part of Indo-Pacific strategy of the USA. There are several clauses, both in the main agreement, implementation agreement, and several other understanding agreements and letters which were exchanged between the government of Nepal and United States, clearly show the MCC project, despite its economic and development cover, the government of the United States has taken it as foreign policy promotion combined with security strategy. We can find it very clearly, not only on agreement and understanding, but when we study the documents and statements made by the ministers and higher authorities of the United States, it is very clear that the project, its implementation, operation, and even after 5 years, when the project schemes will be completed, but some of the provisions and the control and presence of the authorities of the United States will remain in Nepal. That is very serious. We can imagine, or we can think, if the project is, our project was only an economic development project, why? In the main agreement, it is stated that if any agency, any government authority of Nepal adopt policy, program, activities contrary to the vital national interest or security interest of the United States, the project may be terminated unilaterally. And the provisions of the agreements and understanding even made between the government of Nepal and United States are not, they have not been made public. I think many people even do not know what is written in dozens of understandings and agreements. Only the main compact agreement and the implementation agreement have been made public. Other agreements and understandings and later exchange between both governments are yet to be made public. I think they will never make those agreements and understandings public. Thus, the Millennium Challenge Corporation itself was a product to protect decreasing US influence or to overcome the obstacles created by other emerging powers, both in the Indo-Pacific region and other parts of the globe. Thus, this has been the political, security, economic, strategic move of the United States. According to our constitution, Nepal cannot join any such strategic alliance. The article of constitution, the article 51D restricts the government of Nepal not to enter in such a security strategic treaty or agreements. Despite this kind of constitutional provision, some of the leaders of our country and then Prime Minister, they tried their best to ratify this agreement. Now this is in operation. Though public opposition, dissatisfaction is still in the country, and the voice against the provisions which are detrimental to our national independence, dignity, and interest, the government, especially this coalition government of the Nepali Congress and the CPN-UML, seem very active to carry on all the operation and implementation activities of this MCC project. Thus, it is not only the economic development project as being stated by some of the leaders of the Nepali Congress, CPN-UML, and others. Actually, all the facts clearly show the MCC project, not only in Nepal, but globally, is a part of US global security strategy, including Indo-Pacific strategy. That's why, as a Nepali citizen, patriotic citizen, we are very much concerned, though we are not in opposition to take international assistance, that may be loan or grant, but such loans and grants as the Constitution of Nepal should be according to the national interest of Nepal. No one can go beyond the constitutional provision, but unfortunately, it happened in our country. With these words, I would like to congratulate the organizers and hope the deliberations in this seminar will be very fruitful and may contribute to sensitize the citizenry towards the national interest of Nepal. Also, I would like to extend my sincere thanks to the foundation and especially Honorable former Prime Minister Jalnath Khanal for inviting me to say a few words in this plenary and also giving opportunity to speak me later on. Thank you very much. Namaste.
Thank you, Dr. Rawal, for completing your presentation in time. First thank is that. The second and the most important thing is for sharing your thoughts, analysis, and facts that you have gathered in a long period of time while opposing or critiquing MCC.